VOD, Master Zarya. It's like 3550, so it's right on the cusp of Diamond Masters. It'll probably be an easier one to criticize because Zarya is very, I don't know, doesn't have that much. I mean, she has depth, but there's always obvious mistakes. Like that was a good bubble. It's kind of weird where it started, so we'll just pretend that it started like 2. Okay, one thing I want to just point out that this is just like a overarching thing, and like maybe you'll do it later, but if you're playing Zarya, the whole point of Zarya, or the whole point of shields in this game is to like abuse them. Like if you're not abusing the shields, you're not making the most of your hero. Like heroes with built-in regen, you should abuse the built-in regen because that's like what makes your hero strong. Like heroes are balanced around the fact that they have built-in regen. So like if you're not letting yourself take 200 damage, then you're not making the most of Zarya. Because it's very easy for Zarya, like the ideal way to play Zarya is you go in, like maybe you bubble a teammate that gets hooked or is fighting, and mid-engagement like a Tracer or a Winston or anyone that gets hooked, really, or you see a Reaper shooting at someone, then you bubble them, right? But for yourself, you don't want to bubble yourself when you're at full health because it's a waste of a bubble. Like you want to take 200 damage, bubble yourself, force them to choose whether or not they're going to kill you. Like it's like, okay, we can shoot through the bubble and get the kill because she only has 200 health, which is actually what normally will happen. But if you like position yourself correctly, you can usually abuse the map in such a way that they can't finish you off with that 200 health. Like maybe you have a healer behind you, maybe there's like a wall you can corner peek and stuff. But using a bubble when you're at full health is generally not worth it unless you're dodging something like obvious. Like if there's like a diva ult that's coming and you can like stop it, or you see maybe a high noon that you need to tank or something like that. Like guaranteed damage is okay, but you'll guarantee more damage from random shit if you take 200 damage because it makes the enemy team want to still kill you because they think you're low. But the thing is, like when you see Zarya's health bar at the top and it's like half full, she still has the same amount of HP as a McCree, so she's not actually low. Like right now you're at that nice point where your shield's broken, like you just want to keep kiting. You can't get too far out here. Like yeah, you need to just run. Like once you're at that 200 HP and you don't have shield, then you need to just get out. Did you submit a VOD, Victor? I don't think you submitted a VOD. You did? Then we'll get to it. The only person I'm waiting to do is Armandork, but it's because Armandork already sent one in, so I'll do his last or something. Like right here is a good time to bubble, you see, because you might like you're gonna tank the Dragon Strike no matter what. It doesn't matter. It's in Discord. So like right now, when you're in this position, you want to be looking for the next person that you can bubble. Alright, your Lucio fed ult here, so that's not really your fault, but at least you got ult out of that. I don't know, man. Masters games are hard because you got to Masters, which means like you're not awful at the game, but the only way you get the only way that you climb out of Masters is by pub commanding, I'm pretty sure. Or the only reliable way is to pub command, without a doubt. So like this isn't a plat VOD, this isn't a diamond VOD, like this is already a Masters VOD, so like the ideal scenario here is like you want to just be finding someone on your team that'll combo your Graviton with you. Because in general, I would say you could have already or should have used Graviton already, but your comp is kind of bad in that they don't really have follow-up. That's a good grab. But you have a Hanzo, never mind, so that was good. But like now, you just want to push up, like probably to, I don't know, like around this area or in this area. Like just get in the choke so you can eat damage and just use your shields. Like you want to just keep using your shields off cooldown most of the time. Like right here, you're not gonna get more charge. They're not gonna like by the time they push up to do damage to you, it's too late. Like you have 400 HP. Like what are you actually afraid of right now? Like the only way you die is if you get hooked, and you're not gonna get hooked because you're not bad. So you can be up in this choke just continually spamming and trying to eat some more damage for your healers and like getting your own ult charge. Like that Roadhog just did, like that could have been you. They don't. Do they even have a Roadhog? I don't even think they have a Roadhog. So there's actually no way for you to get bursted. But like I would say you could probably arguably have been at like 70% charge or something already. Or at like 70% ult if you would just spam that choke. So like you want to just keep farming Graviton and doing it as efficiently as possible. Like, I think if you had spamming the choke, you'd have it right now already, and you could just get this free triple kill. I mean, you're probably going to get this triple kill anyway, but you want to definitely make sure that you're actively farming your ult. Now that the Winston bubble's gone, you can probably just Graviton right here and take them all out. You need your team with you, obviously, and maybe you're waiting for the ult combo, but I don't know if you even need the ult combo because they don't have any shields outside of Winston bubble. Yeah, see, like, this is why it's... I mean, your Hanzo ulted anyway, but... matter. But you're not being aggressive enough. I mean, it's the same thing I told Ninju when we watched his May VOD. It's like, you have a hero and, like, it has limits, and if you don't abuse the limits, you won't get out of your... SR. Like, an aggressive Zarya is actually scary as shit. I didn't realize that this started mid-round. Maybe you weren't playing Zarya or something. I didn't skip forward anything, did I? No, I didn't skip anything. What's up, Catnip? For the host. Oh yeah, being positive doesn't treat any situation, man. I mean, it'll treat some situations, but don't rely on it. Like, this is good. Like, keep spamming because you have so much HP. Like, you can just keep. You can like you want to like not. You don't want to die, obviously. You want to play around your shields and shit. Like, see like that. Like that was really good. I mean, you almost died, but like that's how you kind of want to play. You want to like force them to burn cooldowns on you and like tank damage because you have like self regen. You can get health packs and you have like the bubbles. Like Zarya is so tanky when you get around to it. And you see, like, here, just keep spamming. Like, this is where you want to be standing. Like, right where you are right now, just keep spamming this. Like, you're backing up, but they're 2 dead. So, there's no reason for you to back up. Like, you can hold that choke forever, arguably, and just keep spamming down this hallway. And you'll get ult a lot faster. Like, you don't have to play scared if there are 2 people dead. Especially if it's, like, a Hanzo. Like, if their Hanzo's dead, how are you going to die? Like, McCree can't even kill you through a flashbang. If you were pushed up, that wouldn't have happened. Do I do these in a fixed schedule? Not really. I do them when I'm in the mood, but some nights I'm really just not in the mood. But today I slept forever, so I'm not in the... I meant I have Discord. You have to sync... What are you talking about? I'm really confused as to what you're asking me. Night shift. Hold on. I have to manually resync Discord. I'll do it after this. Nano boosted Genji with Dragon Blade. If he blinks, you can arguably just burn your Graviton for him. But if your teammates are bad, it's not going to work. But that was really good Graviton. Like, sometimes I'll do it in pubs where, like, a nano boosted Genji will come in, you'll see him dash, and you just Graviton him. But then if one of your teammates, like, gets too close or some shit, then he gets out of it. I think in a more controlled setting, it's fine. Like, now that McCree's dead, just hold the choke. Like, yeah, like here. You don't have to be afraid of the Zarya. You have more charge than her, so she can't actually fight you. Like, no one can actually fight Zarya. That's like the beauty of Zarya. And then you see the hog, just get out. because the hog can actually. Now that hog hook is down, you can actually just stand here, and they can't do anything about you. I guess you get slept, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, this is pre-patch. See how like survivable you are? I mean, you probably should have died by now, but the fact you didn't, like, you just got so much ult, and like that was really good. Your Zenyatta kind of dropped the ball though, because I feel like you could have, if the Zenyatta had ulted you, you would have gotten Graviton, and you could have arguably won that fight by yourself. How bad is Zarya now post patch? She's actually not that bad. I think her beam feels a lot better. But I find Zarya obnoxiously powerful on this specific version, or on this specific map. Ilios. Yeah, you don't get 100 charges fast, but you still get it. On Well, I think I mean, Zarya is overpowered on most maps anyway, but I think Well is like her best map in this thing, just because of how easy it is for you to spam in and out. Gravitons aren't that hard to hit. Now that the Hanzo got a pick, you can just Graviton 1 or 2 people. That was good. Surprised, that pull radius is crazy. Like, I actually thought you missed. Like, I didn't think that was gonna pull anything, and then it pulled in 3 people. Very sick.
Nice job, guys.
You sold my heart. He does well. Ha ha ha. You sold my heart, it was a summer thing. Alright, we're back on this map. We like missed the first round, so I don't know what happened to the lighthouse stage, but we'll pretend it was here and that he did a really good job. I mean, he's not doing bad at all. But if you just play this, I mean, if you play more aggressive or at all, then you'll get, like, the more Gravitons you get, the easier your games are. Like, that's just like a general thing. Graviton has like so much implications for teamfights, that's kind of crazy. Answer your question in a second. Over. See how survivable you are? Like, you just got hooked, flashbanged, right clicked by a McCree, and like you ate a Roadhog charge. Like, you can definitely be more pushed up. Like, once hook is down, you're unkillable. But your team, your Hanzo's doing fine, I guess. And like right here is where I would have right clicked earlier, but generally, if there's bunches of people, I always right-click. Preferences. Damage at the end.
Nice job, guys.
Like, again, like, just be more pushed up here. Like, they have a Widow now. They don't have a Roadhog. Like, you actually just hit tab and you saw that they don't have a Roadhog. There's actually no way for you to die right now unless, like, 3 people shoot you at the same time or you get ulted. And if you get ulted that far up, then it's worth it, because odds are your team will have time to react. But like, look how close you are to Graviton. You should definitely just be focused on getting it, especially with those 2 people sitting behind that wall like AFK. Every second that passes, you could have Graviton them already when they come through that door, and then you just stop their entire push that way. So, like, efficiency is very important on Koth maps, because the difference between 1 Graviton and 2 Gravitons is actually a lot in terms of like whether or not you win the map. Like, I would have Gravitoned already. There you go. But you see what I mean? Like, now they're pushed up, your team's already lost the person, and you didn't have any follow-up. I mean, it looks like your team's doing fine, but... are they? Neither team really has kill potential, it looks like. Yeah, your Hanzo was dead. But if your Hanzo had been alive, you would have gotten like a 6k there. So... life is hard. I mean, you could argue that you shouldn't have Graviton when the Hanzo was dead. That's definitely a thing that could be said. But you see how like hard it is for them to kill you? Like, they don't even have heroes that can kill you. There's no Reaper, there's no Hog. Like, it's so hard for them to get a kill on a Zarya. And that's kind of what I meant before when we were doing the Diva VOD. It's like some comps just actually can't beat other comps. Like, it doesn't matter how good you play. Like, your comp might actually just not have the right amount of damage. Correct.
Nice job, guys. Great work, everybody.
But you see what I mean? Like, you had Graviton, you had your first Graviton at like 40% or something, or you would have had it at like 38, 40% if you had just like farmed it. But then you didn't get a second one before the game ended. But if you had used it at 30, maybe you would have gotten another one, and it just makes the game easier to win at that point, in my eyes. I mean, that's how I look at the game anyway. Lucio just got play of the game. Classic. But, yeah. That was that.